But the messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. Just so you know, I'm trying out a new thing. I'm trying to see if I like recording it on the laptop, on the Riverside more, or if I'm just going to continue doing it from the phone. But I'm trying to see which one is going to be the most beneficial for everyone. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, so let's get into it. Wait. Cut the deck first. Now let's get into it. Okay, it's just exploded everywhere. This card was right upright, and then these cards are not. I'll show you exactly how they all came out. Ta-da! This is what we got. But these two did come up right. Oh, these were the insert cards from. So I'm just showing you guys. These I'm gonna toss out because they're not. Okay, so how do you want to arrange these? Okay, so first card out is be yourself authentically. Love every part of yourself. Be the most authentic version of yourself and let others see you. Shing. Then we have let the pain fuel your gains. Use your struggles as a source of empowerment. Let the hurt ignite your soul. Transmute this negative experience into something positive. You know, I just recorded a solo dolo podcast about exactly this. Then we have you have to let people in to some degree. Let people in, drop some of your guards. Let people love, support, and give to you. You're not meant to be alone. And then the last card here is you have everything you need inside of you. Really. You don't need anything external to complete you, make you happy, have peace, inspiration, creativity, or guidance. Go within, sit in solitude, and tune in to find what you seek. A wealth of knowledge is within yourself waiting to be discovered. So it just feels like off top that right now we're here under the full moon in Libra energy. The full moon in Libra occurs on the 12th at like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know, Libra is all about the love, but like for this, it feels very much like allowing yourself to embrace all that makes you you and loving all that makes you you, and even the struggles, like your struggles, the things that you've gone through up to this point, the things that hurt you, the things that broke you, the things that made you feel alone and isolated. Okay, so the things that isolated you, the things that once ostracized you, the things that made you feel or makes you feel like an outsider are the things that are about to bring in a lot of rewards for you. The things that make you stand out, the things that separate you from others, the things that you tried to hide about yourself, the things that you felt like again alienated or ostracized you from the world, from others, from fitting in, from belonging, just having blending. I don't know, these things are the things that they're making you stand out because of your authenticity. It's what makes you you. It's what makes you authentic. It's what makes you this shining beacon that's setting you out amongst the others, that stands you out amongst the others. Like in a world full of people who are like duplicating and replicating each other's faces, that are full of filters, that are, you know, in a world full of fakes, you are authentic. God source universe wants you to embrace that, to embrace your authenticity, to embrace what it is that makes you you, to embrace what it is that, you know, made you feel like, you know, you were weird, or, you know, all these things. It's given like childhood things. Maybe you were like bullied in school or something. It feels like it's like things that you just tried to like hide about yourself, your weirdness, your quirks, your, you know, your flaws. It's something of this nature that, you know, you spent a lot of time trying to mask and hide and cover up. Masking. So maybe like you're neurodivergent, you know, and you've been like masking these things, or you've just been like masking your gifts and abilities from others, because you felt weird, or again, or maybe it just wasn't safe for you to expose yourself and expose your gifts, or I don't know. It's like some sort of protection mechanism that you have had around yourself. Like you've put up this wall of protection around yourself because you feel like, well, nobody's going to accept me anyways, and so I'll just, I'll just be on my own, or I'll just, I'll just keep myself isolated or locked away from others, or like keep people at arm's length. I don't know. It feels like this, but you have kind of closed yourself off to even the idea of being accepted by others because you've been hurt a lot, because you have experienced a lot of things that hurt you. Like I said, I don't know if this was like a bullying thing or it just was how the world has done you thus far in your life, but it's like you've closed yourself off to wanting help, of wanting anyone to come in. And like I said, it's like the closing yourself off to the idea of even being accepted into a group, or somebody accepting you or wanting you or accepting your flaws. Yes, like accepting your flaws. Like you don't think anyone would love or accept you as you truly are. And that God source universe is really wanting you to come on out of, because there's a lot of people who your weirdness, listen to me, your weirdness is going to be and is so refreshing to this world, because people are getting really tired of all the duplicates of everyone, like everyone being literally like just replicas of each other. They got the same face, they got the same hair, they got the same nails, they got the same teeth, they got the same boobs, they get the same butt, they got the same like everything. They're doing the same like makeup, or they're doing the same, whatever the case may be. Literally, if you looked at 100 people in a crowd, they all look the same kind of situation. And so like your quote unquote flaws and your quote unquote weirdness, and your outsiderness is really what is setting you amongst standing you out amongst the rest, because you're different, and you've always been different. And like I said, it feels like that's just been a pain point for you. Like that has been a source of pain for you for some time, where you being different and you being the way that you are in life. Again, it feels like from your past, like in your childhood growing up, the things that made you different were like things that got you bullied, or things that got you like in trouble, or things that got you ostracized, and you were the outcast in classes or in school, or in social settings, or like nobody picked you to be on their team or something of this nature. It's giving heavy, like childhood, middle school, high school, kind of thing. Nobody picked me to be on the team kind of energy. And so eventually you just kind of were like, well, F it, I'll just make I'll just do my own thing over here. Like I don't need you guys anyways kind of energy. And I get that, like, hey, this message is for me as well. But like this Libra full moon is also giving us the chance to purge out what no longer is working for us, like not just in regular relationships, but in the relationship that we have with the self as well. And it just really feels like you're at the point now to where you're starting to kind of drop the guards on, open the vault to yourself, and let go of some of those old ways of thinking about yourself and viewing yourself as like unworthy of being loved for all that you are authentically. And it's much, or if some of you've already begun to do this, and it's just now like your gains are starting to come in because of that. Like people are now seeing you as like this shining beacon, like the shining beacon of light, of glory, like the diamond in the rough that's always been there, but like people didn't appreciate you. I'm gonna keep it a buck 100, but people just didn't appreciate you, back then. It's like that Mike Jones song, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, hoes all on me. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, hoes on me. 281-330-8004. Is this like it is kind of is this is back then they didn't want you. They did not want you, and you were like, fine, I'll just put up that's fine. I'll do my own thing over here. I don't need y'all, like F y'all, and that's kind of that's kind of what's happened. And but like no need to fret about this anymore, because it really does feel like those same traits that got you ostracized or that got you bullied are now the things that really are. They're lifting you up and allowing you to be found. There's people who are looking for you to lead them, to guide them, to help them, to heal them, to bring them you got what they need kind of thing. You're their kind of people, and there's like a lot of good stuff coming for you, and it's because you've had the courage to continue to be yourself in a world full of fakes, in a world full of filters, in a world full of masks, in a world full of lies, illusions, tricks, and deception, and fakery, and phonies. You had the courage and the strength to be you. You could have chose to be anyone, and you chose yourself time and time and again, regardless how often the external world tried to make you feel like you needed something else, or you needed to change something else. Like, you went within and you stayed true to yourself, because you realized that there was nothing and no one external to you that you needed. There was nothing external to you that you needed to be who you are and to do the things that God Source Universe has called you to be doing right now, this incarnation. And I think I think this is probably the fastest message that I've ever gotten, because it just feels abundantly clear that that's pretty much across the board what the energy reads as for a lot of this energy. Like I said, the only splitting energy that I felt here was like, some of you haven't started this purge out work of like going within, sitting in solitude and processing out the things that were done to you or said to you that held you back or made you feel like you needed to mask and change who you are, hide who you are, or not be yourself authentically out of fear of persecution, out of fear of being ridiculed, out of fear of judgment, out of whatever the case may be. It just feels like you're starting to break out of this, if you have not already begun this process. But it just feels in general like this is a time of where you're letting go of a lot of old thinking habits and behaviors that just no longer serve you, that are not in alignment with you. And it's funny because the card that's here at the bottom of the deck is enough is enough. Enough is enough. Crossed lines, fed up, out of alignment, and divine intervention. Yeah, so it just feels like anything, new way of thinking, doing, breathing, living that is out of alignment, that isn't in alignment with your highest good, that isn't of benefit for you, that isn't serving you any longer. Again, I mean, just as in a nutshell, that isn't in alignment with your highest good, purpose, self, and destiny, is just being purged away with this full moon energy. And I think that's something that you should work on releasing, that you could have like a little solo release ritual of just saying, I release the ways of thinking that are harmful, that are holding me back, that no longer serve my highest good, purpose, self, destiny, and timeline, across all past lives, timelines, dimensions, realms, corners of the world, people, places, and things that this applies to. I only allow those things and those thought patterns that are of the highest good of myself, of the highest potential, the highest timelines, and the highest outcomes to exist within me now. I'm only accepting things that are in divine alignment with my highest good, purpose, self, destiny, and timeline. And I choose to only think about things and nourish myself with things that are in alignment with my highest good, purpose, self, destiny, and timeline. So mote it be. Amen. 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 And leave that there, because I think that's a really beautiful thing to do and to incorporate here this full moon time. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I'm gonna leave it here because this is a beautiful spot to leave it, and that's all I got here. I keep touching the cards to see. I know you can't see it here on this one, but I keep touching the cards to see, like, is there anything else here? And no, that's it. And so, with that being said, guys, I hope this was helpful, and keep loving you. Keep showing up as the most authentic version of yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. And don't worry about what other people may say or think. Like, you have to be doing this for you. You you have to be so confident in yourself and love yourself so much that it doesn't matter what anyone or anything on the outside says. Like, you need to know who you are in accordance to God's source universe. You need to know what is the truth of you in accordance to God's source universe, and nothing else outside of that. And because when you know who you are in accordance to God's source universe and what that truth is in accordance to God's source universe, then literally the stones that outsiders may throw will bounce off you. The I am rubber, you are glue. Whatever you send or throw at me bounces off of me and sticks back to you. I've been saying that since I was a kid. But truth, those stones that they may throw will bounce off of us and shatter their home, their little glass fragile home that they're throwing. Let he without sin cast the first stone. And I'd love to see somebody in this world who has not done a damn thing wrong, that has nothing wrong with them, that is just so perfect. I'd love to see somebody to come forward. Yeah, because that is that's not near one. No one. That's nobody. And so, yeah, and even us as the embodiment in carbon physical form of God's source universe, like, we are not perfect and we will never be, ever, ever. And so, anyways, with that being said, guys, I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna see how I feel about this one, but I more than likely I'll probably go back to the other one. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, don't forget, you can book a one-on-one, apply for a one-on-one session with me, apply to work one-on-one with me. Link will be in the description box. And then you can get the New Earth Guidebook to Healing and Ascension, or the B Squad Oracle deck with the link in the description box. All the things will be there. And until next time, I'll see you. V Squad.